Hello everybody and welcome back to my All-Stars Returning with the Silver Arrows season on F1 2019 at my home race at the British Grand Prix. Three top drivers of the home race here. Myself, Hamilton and Butler, and also Norris in the McLaren and George Russell in the Williams. Also their home race. So we've got 5 British drivers at their home race. I wonder if that's a record. It could be. But for now, it is time for qualifying for the British Grand Prix.
It's time once again then for qualifying here at Silverstone on what we're hoping will be a tight contest for pole position. What kind of setup will drivers be looking for around here? It's got a fair mixture of demanding corners. Is it all about finding the sweet spot in handling balance?
Drivers are going to need a nicely balanced car to be fast here. They'll need to get the most out of the medium and high-speed corners, which will push them to run more downforce. But in turn, this slows the car down on the straights. It's a tricky balancing act.
Well, yeah, here we go at Silverstone home race for qualifying. Going to be important. 12 points between myself and Hamilton in the driver's standings. Because last time we dominated the Austrian Grand Prix, we won by about 17 seconds, and it could have been about 20 because I know I slowed down at the line, but other than that, well, it was a really good drive, and hopefully we can carry that momentum into a home race. Let's go. Turn 1. Right, Hamilton's got the same points at the moment. And we're now heading into Brooklyn for Sector 1. Very, very close with Hamilton on the lap times. Heading into Cops Corner. At the DRS purple middle sector. And through Stowe Corner now. That was a bit too much on the curve there, that's given Hamilton a chance. Only a few more corners to go. Round the final corner, come on, is it going to be pole or is it going to be Hamilton? It's Hamilton on pole!
We're very happy with our position.
Bit too much on the curve through Stowe, and that cost us some time, and it's not a pole position. Oh no, 3.5 tenths. We lost a lot of time in the final couple corners. And Weber, wow, Weber was only the 10th off me. Weber, P3 on the grid, very good result for him. Butler, another British driver in P4. Norris in the top 10 as well. 4 British drivers in the top 10. George Russell down in P19. But it's a 1-2 for Mercedes. Hamilton 3.5 tenths ahead as we head into the British Grand Prix. We're going to need to do something incredible to get ahead of him. Hopefully we can at the start. Fingers crossed. But very good result for Weber. 3rd place on the grid for the Red Bull driver.
Well done. That was a good qualifying.
But it's actually the first time we've not been on pole at our home race, I think, ever. But it's still on the front row, and we can still try and get the first win for Mercedes at Silverstone. So let's hope we can do that at the British Grand Prix, coming now. Not even soon. Right, let's go.
We're right back where it all began. The very first World Championship Grand Prix was held here at Silverstone in 1950, with Giuseppe Farina taking the top step of an all-Alfa Romeo podium. He earned 9 championship points that day on his way to the inaugural title. His winning total at the season's end, just 30 points. My, how times have changed. So let's see who can reach the top step of the modern podium today. The 3.6 mile long Silverstone circuit is one of the longest of the season, with 18 corners in the current layout. With average lap speeds reaching around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the quickest tracks of the year. Watch out for cars taking the right-handers of Abbey and Copse flat out. And it's an absolute pleasure to be joined once again by Anthony Davidson. Let me ask you about Racing Point. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and McDonald completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Weber, Butler, Max Verstappen, and Vettel, Hülkenberg, Raikkonen, Sainz, and Lando Norris, Perez, Stroll, Kevin Magnussen, and Kvyat. Giovinazzi, Ricciardo, Romain Grosjean, and Pierre Gasly. Russell and Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks.
Well, we're not going to take risks. If we get the best start compared to Hamilton, we can go for it to turn 1. If it's even, we can be cautious. It's a long race ahead. 1 stop strategy, soft to medium. Let's go. For the formation lap at the British Grand Prix.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Watch the RPM on a full start. We don't want to bog down.
It's cloudy, but it's going to be cloudy throughout the race. No rain expected. Never won at Silverstone in the Mercedes. So hopefully we have a chance today and try and claw back some points on Hamilton in the Drivers' Championship. It's 12 points between us. One stop strategy. Let's hope that it works out. Silverstone has been action-packed beforehand when I've been in Mercedes. season 2 and 3. 3 years ago. Just warming the tyres, heading into Cops Corner. What can Weber do as well? Can Weber get a podium and actually close the gap to Vettel for third in the driver's standings? Weber's outperformed that Red Bull most of the races, to be honest. If Weber was in a Mercedes, that would be something as well. That would be very interesting. Through slow corner, nearly lining up on the grid. It's going to be a thrilling race, hopefully. We're going to go through Hamilton. But what can we do? Can we get ahead of our teammate at the start when the 5 red lights go out? What can we do? Will it work out? We shall see. Getting very close to Hamilton, eager to get going, eager to get by him. Can we do it though? Butler in P4, 5 P6, Vettel's struggling qualifying again. We've got 26 laps ahead of us. It's a showdown between the 2 Mercedes drivers. Here come on the lights from home Grand Prix. 5 red lights. Lights out, and away we go, and it's a very good start compared to Hamilton, and we're already ahead of him. We're going to head into the lead, into turn 1. Yes, we do. Fantastic start. Say, oh, yellow flags, someone's gone off. In the background, that's a Toro Rosso and a Williams have come together. I think the Toro Rosso's still going. But it's not been the greatest start for whoever that was. It was either Gasly or Kvyat, but Hamilton's trying to get the slipstream. And we just cut him off in time. But he will not be happy about that, as Hamilton has a look down the inside, but is nowhere near. And we got the job done. That's the first time we've got a brilliant start at our home Grand Prix into the lead. No safety car or anything. The Toro Rosso got away. But we'll have a look at that at the end of the race anyway. Weber in third. I think Verstappen's got ahead of Butler. The Ferraris haven't had a good start. First time I had some action on the first lap, but it's towards the bottom end of the field there. Hamilton trying to get that slipstream. Hamilton pulls out to the left-hand side, and we're going to try to wheel-to-wheel into slow corner, but we edge ahead, only just. It's going to be difficult to try and pull away. Many overtake opportunities at this Silverstone circuit as we lead the way. We set the fastest lap from Hamilton, from Weber, from Verstappen, Butler, Vettel. We're just trying to burn off some fuel, putting it up into rich because we've got a lot of fuel on board. The car feels very heavy indeed. Try to break the slipstream from Hamilton there. Purple first sector. I don't know, the Toro Rosso may have some problems there if they're getting spun. There probably is some damage on that car. I think into Cops corner. Is Hamilton going to go for it into Cops? He is! Oh, we're going to go side by side! And we've made it together just about side by side, and Hamilton's keeping his nose in. Oh, and he backs out just at the last second. Whoa! Great racing already at the British Grand Prix. And we're going to have to cover the inside again. Going defensive, Hamilton trying around the outside again, but not getting that move done. Oh, it's a train with the top 6. This is going to be difficult to stay ahead. Look, the fastest lap's just going to Verstappen and he's in P5. Hamilton's trying to get down the inside. Oh, nearly crashed into Weber there. Hamilton was very tight into turn 1 there. And that helps us pull away a little bit. We're going to still break the slipstream a little bit anyway, but that's good. We have got a bit of breathing space now. 1.2 seconds. That's definitely helped us. Going to use this to try and pull away as best we can. Hamilton will be furious, losing the lead. Oh, yellow flags. Someone's already got a mechanical failure. I think it's a McLaren that's going slowly. Already on lap 3. Already. Oh, it's Sainz. Sainz is out of the race. No safety car, virtual safety car from that. Oh, it's a safety car! First ever safety car! Oh, and now our little advantage is going to go. And that's the first time this season we've had a safety car. What a way to have it at a home Grand Prix. Quite a lot has happened already with the Toro Rosso spinning, having contact with the Williams and the McLaren, having a mechanical failure with only 3 laps. We've already got a safety car. Copying. Hamilton will have a good chance. We'll put it into lean for a bit, get some of the fuel back, but not too much because the car will feel really heavy. Butler is up to 3rd now. I didn't realise. Oh, look, Butler's got past the Red Bulls. I wouldn't completely miss that. It's a British 1, 2, 3. All British podium at the British Grand Prix at the moment. Put it in standing now. Just over 2 full laps of fuel into the car. But yeah, the safety car is quite slow. Wow. I didn't expect a safety car. So Sainz is clearly stopped in a dangerous place. Car is grinded to a halt. Don't know where though. I think it was around here. Just before the straight here. So, but wow, this is going to be a job to keep Pack behind. We'll have to back them up when we go racing once again. I mean, as far as I know, he's not there. I don't know if there's any debris as well that's been cleared up from turn 1. I'm not sure. Other than that, we can go racing again. Oh, the fuel's going up quite a bit. Even though it's in rich, it's not really going down, so I can't really do much. Right, let's just focus on the safety car, try and get a gap to form those tyres up. So it is a bit too early to pit. No one's diving to the pits, so well, I couldn't anyway. The safety car's deployed as I pass the pits. That shouldn't really affect us. I was thinking of having a special helmet design for this race, but I think the last race should. Whether it is a title decider or not.
Let's catch up to the field a bit. We're dropping too far back. Remember that we need to stay within 10 car lengths of the next car.
Copy, Jeff, but I am warming the tyres up.
Approaching the safety pass it, stay behind the safety car.
Well, if Butler is feeling racy and getting by both Red Bulls, can he pass both Mercedes? That will be something. It was very close between the top six anyway, just for when Hamilton had to massively back out into the first corner. So, got it all to do now. Our safety car's in. Right.
You will be controlling the pace on the restart.
I'll be controlling the pace.
Safety car has reached the pit lane.
As we're slowing the pack right down. And we're going to pelt it in a minute. And we're going for it. And we can go racing once again.
Okay, clear.
Green flag. On lap 6 of 26 of this British Grand Prix, and Hamilton is already feeling racy and trying to apply the pressure. We'll have to break the slipstream immediately. We'll do, but Hamilton can't. We're down the inside at the moment anyway. And we're heading towards Cops Corner now. Butler's also sticking with it. The Red Bulls are dropping back quite... The Red Bulls are dropping back. I don't know if the Red Bulls have damage or something. I don't know if they made contact, but wow, what a pretty few opening laps of this British Grand Prix. Hamilton will try and put the pressure on once more. Purple middle sector, but Hamilton's trying to get that slipstream again. We're going to have to go defensive, heading into Stowe. We just fend him off. Butler's not too far back as well. Can Butler get involved? British 1, 2, 3. The Red Bulls are dropping back quite a bit. There's something not right with one of the cars, or both of them are struggling with some damage. But I don't know where they got the damage from. I don't know if they either did slightly tap Hamilton, I don't know. I think they both came together a little bit. But look, waiting to pounce as well. Hamilton's got the DRS, he's not as close. Butler just hanging on in there within the DRS zone. We're heading up into Cops Corner now, once again. Hamilton not close enough to go for it into Cops. Hamilton will get DRS. Break the slipstream once again. Hamilton trying around the outside into Stowe corner, and it won't work again. We're defending for our life here. Hamilton sticking with us right behind Butler, who's also keeping us honest. I think Vettel's cleared the Red Bulls. One of them's under pressure from a racing point. So it's, oh, Hamilton's got a brilliant exit, and he might have a look for a move into turn 1. No, ooh, Hamilton gets all out of shape, and now Butler might have a go. Hamilton wasn't even alongside us. We forced Hamilton out there. Will Butler have a go? And Hamilton's lost time there. If indeed Butler's going for second place, Butler's got by him. And Hamilton's trying to fight it back. Two British drivers side by side. Once again, British crowd must be loving this in the grandstands. They're still side by side as we go through Cop's Corner. And we can't even see them because they're... Oh, Butler's up into P2. Wow. How has he done that? Incredible stuff. Butler showing he's really, really good in that Ferrari. Outperforming Sebastian Vettel for sure. 2.5 seconds is the gap, and Hamilton's already tried to get him back round the outside into Stoke Corner. Can he make the move? I think by the looks of it, he has done it. Hamilton back up into P2. But this is going to help us pull away. Being under pressure to now having a 2.7 second lead on lap 9. Bit standard now. Gap is nearly 3 seconds now ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Now Hamilton's pulled away from Butler a bit there, so Butler was briefly in second place. Ferrari has good straight line speed here, but Mercedes overall was the quickest car. But let's just try and keep within DRS range.
Push now. We're boxing this lap.
Are you sure? I don't know about pitting this lap. Tyres, I don't know if it's too early to pit though. Maybe one more lap. Hamilton will have to come in next though, so it might be a double stack. Hamilton might lose a little bit of time here. But it could play into our advantage because more points to claw back in the championship, so we're going to stick out one more lap. See what Hamilton does though. Yeah, one of the Red Bulls has been overtaken by a Racing Point under pressure from the other one. Unbelievable. Yeah, one of the Red Bulls has damage, clearly. I guess it's Weber, but it could be Max. I don't know how, though. Always see another time anyway.
Okay, remember
No, I'm staying out. Sun's trying to come out at Silverstone. Hamilton may be closing that gap. And Butler's trying to get Hamilton now. So, one more lap. Butler is up to second place now. I am struggling on these tyres, to be honest, but we've got to box this lap.
We're leading our teammate by 2.9 seconds.
Just over 2.5 second lead from Butler now. That's a British 1, 2, 3 still. Is that one of the Alfa Romeos or Ferraris in the pits? I think. Oh yeah, people starting to pit. Hamilton will be looking to make a move on Devon. She does. Yeah, we'll box this lap. Box, box. Box, box, box. As the sun is coming out now at Silverstone. Not so grey sky, not really grey skies now. 5.8 seconds. Hamilton may get held up here. It's going to give Butler a chance anyway to jump him in the pits. Here we go then. Box, box. Yeah, and Hamilton and Butler come in as well. This is going to hold up Hamilton. What are the red? It's Verstappen. So Weber is the one with damage. Verstappen stays out to take the lead, but he is due a pit stop. Oh, and that's going to hold up Hamilton, surely. And it is Butler who gets out in front, and Hamilton held up, I think, as well, by a slow racing point. I think that was coming into the pits.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
And we should come out in P5, which we do. Grosjean in P4 on the soft compound tyre due a pit stop. Take our time anyway when it comes to passing Grosjean, unless he picks the slap. But is Verstappen gonna try and chance it?
Verstappen has the lead.
Will he try and chance it if there's a safety car or something? I don't know. I doubt it. His tyres would be going off anyway. Everyone's tyres would be going off. That have not pitted yet. Can we get by Grosjean here? If we don't, that's fine. Somehow I don't get DRS, but okay. Yeah, Verstappen to the pits now. Yeah, Grosjean does dive into the pits. We would have overtaken him here anyway. Also Checo and Stroll. P2. We now retake the lead of the British Grand Prix, and it's pretty much a race to the finish now. And we've got a 5.3 second lead now to Devon Butler. Hamilton with the fastest lap at the moment on the mediums as well. Have to try and clear Butler though, and then can Hamilton catch me? We're pulling away. We've got a nice lead, 5.2 seconds.
You are in first position, front of the pack. Butler behind. Our gap behind is 5.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. That was our last stop.
Yep,
No more
so
scheduled pit stops. 14 laps to go.
these medium tyres should last 14 laps anyway to the end of the race. Yeah, Weber is not even in the points. It's gone wrong for Lucas this Grand Prix. And I think it's his home race next anyway at Hockenheim. Oh, that was a bit scruffy. Into the final corner there. That was saying 5.3. Hamilton trying to close that gap. Devon. Hamilton's not had the best of home races this time around at the moment. It will help us, but he's got that fastest lap point at the moment. We take 9 points away from Hamilton's lead. It would be about 3 points between us heading into round 11 of 21 if it finished like this.
Some information on Butler. They seem to have an issue.
Oh, Butler seems to have an issue. Oh no, Butler, with a comfortable second, is not going to be so comfortable soon. Hamilton will hear about that and he'll be motivated to clear that Ferrari. What is going on here? Butler has now got an issue. But he's still going at the moment. He's definitely slow because look how Hamilton's rapidly closing in on him. Butler's going to try and carry on anyway. Butler's lost a second in about half a lap alone. And it's going wrong for a Ferrari. It's gone wrong for a Red Bull, a Weber, with damage to his car, his front wing most likely. And now Butler with a mechanical problem. And this will help us pull away even more for the time being. The gap is now 7 seconds and Hamilton's 6/10 behind Devon. Oh, Butler having bad luck at his home Grand Prix, running in a comfortable second place. That work is going to become undone unless they can get that issue fixed. But for the time being, it doesn't look like it. Hamilton will get a run on him, and Hamilton is up at second. It's a Mercedes 1-2 now. I don't think Butler could really fight back now. It's only going to get worse for Devon. And now Red Bull with Verstappen and Vettel's behind him. Hamilton will try and chase me down now. Has he got the pace to do it though? I've got quite a good lead at the moment. But they just know where I were. Butler's already losing time to the Red Bull and Ferrari. Personal best lap, nice. Up 16 of 26.
Gap to teammate behind is 7.9 seconds.
Butler's hanging on for dear life for the podium place. But Verstappen and Vettel waiting to take advantage. Well, Weber, I think Weber's in P8 at the moment. Weber's trying to make a recovery drive. I think the best Weber could do is P6, but it's not working out for him. We'll pull it away from outside, but one of Verstappen will take third now. Butler should probably let Vettel through to try and see if Vettel can get Verstappen. .1 seconds. I don't know, Vader could get P5, but Butler can get the issue sorted. Then I don't know if Butler could even fight back, really. Just keep it into standard fuel. I mean, nothing's happening at the moment. It was British Grand Prix. We got the job done at the start, and we're keeping focused to win our home race. And the gap is about the same, still pulling away from Verstappen, but the same gap to Hamilton, 8.2, 8.3 range. We've had the fastest laps for every race since Azerbaijan, but it doesn't look like we're going to get the fastest lap today, really. I don't think there's anything we can do. Every point counts, though. Currently, we take 6 points away from Hamilton. Well, if it finished like this. Weber closing in on a Renault as well for a position. So yeah, I think they've had a front wing change. Or is it a racing point? Might be a racing point actually. Could be Stroll, Perez. Oh no, it is a Renault. We'll look at a different dot. Anyway, the Grand Prix. Oh, now the race point's close behind Butler with that issue still. Butler trying to carry on. Sunny Silverstone now, heading into lap 20 of 26. Yeah, myself and Hamilton are just doing equal lap times, really. Very quiet race now. A bit of action for the first 10 laps or so, and now it's quieter since the pit stop phase. Oh, and Butler's lost a place to the racing point, and now Weber will set his eye on the Ferrari, trying to minimise the damage to Vettel for third in the driver's standing. I really did think Weber could have possibly taken points out of Vettel, but it doesn't look like it will happen unless we get a twist in this British Grand Prix.
The turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
Copy.
We're leading our teammate by 8.5 seconds.
63%. It's going to be fine. Put it into lean. I think Butler will drop as far as back as the Renault.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Copy. That racing point are on course for a P5 finish, which is very good. Very mega for them. Up 22 now. So we've spent a lap in lean, we'll put it back to standard. When the Red Bull was overtaken, Butler, Faber is ahead of Butler, and that Renault was looking to overtake him into turn 1. Can he do it? Oh, the Renault's overtaken Butler into turn 1. What a brave move. Very brave. Faber's not giving up, he's going to try and get P5. For the racing point, but I don't know if that's possible. Up 23 of 26. I really did think that Hamilton would be in a league of his own here. But we have somehow managed to be better Mercedes in the race, getting the job done into turn 1. Oh, wait, Butler's got back past the Renault, and I think Butler's issue's sorted now. Somehow Devon has repassed the Renault already. But it's a bit late for Butler, to be honest. The damage has been done to his race. I'll see if he can get to the finish. It looks likely that he will at the moment. Purple middle sector. Where's this coming from? Can we steal that fastest lap point from Hamilton? That would be nice. That's something to do this race. Since there's no one else around me, I guess we'll try and steal the fastest lap point. And we do!
Good job. That was the fastest
We
lap of the
steal
race
the
so far.
fastest lap point. Wow. Hamilton won't be happy about that. That will help us in the championship. It'll help us put us away in the championship even more. I mean, as in clawing points back, but yeah, you know what I mean. Big battle for P5, Racing Point, Red Bull, Ferrari and a Renault. 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. But it seems Racing Point might hold on to 5th, we'll see. I'm so surprised that we got the fastest lap, but okay. We'll head into the penultimate lap as we cross the line. Two laps to go. And I've never won a British Grand Prix with Mercedes. And in this All-Star season, it's looking likely at the moment that that's going to come to an end. A winless season at Silverstone with Mercedes. It seems at the moment we're going to finally get a win at the British Grand Prix on Mercedes. Has it been plain sailing though? After the pit stops, it kind of has. Around the 8-second margin, but it's standard. Through Cops Corner, the penultimate time. No one in sight behind. The gap's 8.2 now. But we're going to head into the final lap of this race. There we go, final lap of this race. 1 lap to go. And the gap 8 seconds. However, the time has definitely run out for Hamilton. Hamilton also had his struggles trying to overtake me in the early stages, and it's not worked out for him. We kept our cool, kept it together. And Weber's passed the Racing Point. Weber's recovered to 5th. Butler giving it everything, trying to get set. I feel like the Renault's got a problem. They've dropped that far back, and we're not many laps. Unless the Renault's tyres are definitely dropping off, but they might have a mechanical problem as well. Signs has only been the like terminal mechanical failure, and that's it. Never have I ever not been on pole for Silverstone and claimed the win, or claimed a win for Mercedes at Silverstone. But it is looking likely as we head into the final few corners of this race. Round the final corner, it's going to be Lewis, 41, who takes the home win at Silverstone to close that gap. And in a row, second win in a row. Fantastic job.
That's it for another Grand Prix.
4th win of the season. Again, he won.
How did they manage to achieve this win?
Good job,
I'd say
everyone.
it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions, and perfecting each other's strategies.
Fantastic.
They got all of these things right today, and the results speak for themselves.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today. Let's see how the driver standings have changed. This result narrows the gap between our championship leader and the rest of the standings. Some amazing talents out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Well, you can't fault anything that Sergio Perez did out on the track today. He drove flawlessly, making him an easy pick.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
Well, neither can I, Crofty, but what a race. First one at Silverstone for Mercedes, a home Grand Prix victory. Not from pole position even. Hamilton did take the fastest lap in the end. In the driver's standings, it's now 6 points between us. Vettel 10 points ahead of Weber. Weber did very well to recover. Verstappen now ahead of Butler in the driver's standings by 3 points. Butler's not had much luck when it looked like Butler could have got P2 at one point and lost about 12 points. But we'll move on to the next race. But before we do that, what happened in the first corner? And we had a perfect start off the line. We had a great start. Already ahead of Hamilton there. Perfect. So what happened into turn one? So it was Toro Rosso. But on board with Hamilton's start. As we appear on the right, we've got the better launch. Hamilton, not quite the better start with us there. And we lead into turn one. With Weber. Weber actually got a better start than Hamilton did, but Weber lined himself up and then invited his teammate to go through. They banged wheels. So there was contact further back for one of the Toro Rossos. Fiat? No. It's Gasly. So what happened to Pierre Gasly? Oh! Tagged there by the Renault there. Going for a gap. Did not exist, and that didn't result in any damage though to Gasly's car. But he got tagged by the Renault there of, I think that was Ricciardo. Yes, it was Ricciardo. The Williams didn't have the greatest of starts, and yeah, that's why having to massively back off to avoid a collision there. As Gasly recovers back onto the track. Very good battles. Hamilton already trying to overtake, but not quite. We kept our cool and won the race in the end. Fantastic job. Roll on race number 12 for this All-Star season, which is heating up now. Only 6 points now. But thank you for watching, everyone. Take care.
Fantastic podium. Well done. Keep pushing like this for the rest of the season.
And goodbye. What a home race win. Get in with Mercedes.